Hi, I'm Parker Jensen. I'm a senior majoring in journalism and mass communication with a minor in psychology, and I'm graduating GW in the spring of 2021. I knew I wanted to be a sports journalist as soon as I was like 6. I would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning before the sun even came up, and I'd watch ESPN, and I would just watch Sports Center for about an hour, and I got that fix in until I was maybe about 12. And I think from that moment on, I knew I wanted to go into some realm of sports reporting, if not just journalism itself. And then when I came to GW, I joined GW TV, and I joined their sports show, Unstoppable, and that's when it really clicked with me. So freshman year with Unstoppable, I was just a regular reporter. We didn't even have any beats, so there was no specific sport that I would cover. It's just kind of go out in the field, see what you can tape, see who you can interview, come back, edit up a package, and we'll put it out. And so it was very bare bone, very basic, very awkward, I'd have to say. I think it's very difficult for your first time interviewing an athlete. I know I was shaking the whole time, and my mind was blank, and I was extremely nervous. But after a while, you kind of get the hang of it, and especially by the end of year one, I kind of knew what I was doing. The show went from about 5 people to 17 people within the first year that I was executive producer. I worked with some of the best people I've ever worked with, Isabel Schmaler, Sam Belsky, Sean Grant, who recently graduated. Those are all people that I absolutely admired my sophomore year. Just seeing the show grow has been phenomenal. Seeing all the new people come in, all the people putting their time, their talent in, and just seeing the passion behind each person, each individual, even if it's not for Unstoppable or GWTV itself, but seeing the passion of reporting and going into the field, interviewing people, getting the story out there, has been a super humbling experience. Has been a fantastic experience for me. I think with graduating, there's a lot of things to be nervous about. Job security being one of those. I'm looking to stay in DC. That's the hope. That's the dream, to stay here and do some sports reporting. But if not, New York City is always an option. Atlanta, I'm looking at a few places over there, and LA. So I think what makes it scary is also what I'm most excited about, is the new experiences, the new opportunities, potentially traveling to the other side of the United States and going back to the West Coast, because that's where I was born and raised. I've always wanted to be an anchor. I've always wanted to be behind or in front of the camera, being able to talk about sports. I've always wanted to be a part of ESPN, either as a reporter or an anchor for Sports Center. I hope that I establish a reputable career 20, 30 years down the line, and I do hope to inspire people within that time frame. So I don't know where I'm going to be. As long as it's in reporting, and as long as it's something with broadcast or digital journalism, I'll be happy. Sports reporting isn't just about the X's and O's, about the box scores. It's about the people behind what you normally see on the field. It's about the players' voices. It's about activism. It's about discrepancies. It's about a variety of things that people just don't really take the time to look at. And I think there's a large it really is a microcosm of what we see in society. And so I think there's a lot of untapped stories that I really want to go into and dive into, and I really hope that with what I've done with GWTV, what I've done with WRGW, what I'm hoping to do when I go out in the field, I hope people can see that, are inspired by that, replicate my work potentially, but also just understand that there's a lot more to sports than people think there is. And they're people at the end of the day, with voices and messages that I think people need to hear, or at least have a platform to be able to have that conversation, have that dialogue.